right, Tenor Ballet here with a day captors vlog. Yes. So I was trying to figure out my playlist and wondering why it's doing what it's doing. I still kind of don't get it, but on one of my devices, my playlist plays how I have created it. And then on my phone, my playlist plays randomly, even though I don't have shuffle on. On my phone. My playlist, uh, songs have been added and suggested, and it's played at random. So, yeah, so that's what was going on with my playlist on my phone when I was listening to my playlist on my phone. This is actually like my first time listening to my playlist on my phone, so I didn't know that it did that on my phone. I usually listen to my playlist on my iPad. So yeah, I thought I'd bring my phone into the mix, and now I'm learning how my music is showing up on my phone. Um I read I read the book. One of the books that I had that I put on hold became available, so I started reading it today to see what it's about, and I'm about a quarter percent into it. Um, yeah, and crocheting, continuing my crocheting. Um, Figuring that all out. Um, yeah. So I came to a part where I could dance. The pattern became a bit fluent for a bit, and I think it's about to change up again. I think in a couple of in a couple of in a couple of stitches. It has already changed up, but that change is flowing at the moment. Um, I'm gonna try and do a couple of stitches while I'm chatting. So yeah, and then it's about to change up again. I don't know how drastic or whatever. I gotta get these stitches done. I'm going. I was going stitch by stitch till it started flowing, and then I kind of went on my own, and then I had to make sure I was on track and get back get back to the pattern, because I was like, wait, what? So I had to count, figure out, look, breathe, and now I think I'm on the right. I know I'm on the right row to the best of my ability. 1, 2, 3. Um, and yeah, all of that. Going by the stitch. I did see that I had added an extra stitch, and I was like, "Oh, this must be when I when I thought I knew the flow of the pattern." So Yeah, I did see where I added a stitch. Went outside, did some. It was hot earlier today. I don't know the temperature, but that sun was cooking. Woo! Lord of mercy. I like, oh, ooh, you ain't playing. I'm about to have to get the SP50. What the? Because that sun was on high heat today, earlier today. Who ordered the extra broil? Um, my color has changed on my yarn. I'm using a sugar wheel. What is it called? It's a yarn bee, and it's a sugar wheel cotton. And my color has changed. I thought when I started this pattern, I thought it went around like the majority of the patterns that I have followed. The majority of the um, projects that I have completed have gone around in a circular, in a circle. So I I thought this yarn would be sufficient because I mean it's a I don't know what you want to call it. It changes colors. Um it's a light gray, then there is it's a heather gray. I think that's a heather gray, or either just a darker gray. And then there's a light pink, and then there's it's either a lighter pink or a white. I don't know exactly. I have to look at it in different lighting. Like I'd have to look at it outside to get the accuracy, or use my color detector. Um so yeah, I was thinking that this would be cool for the butterfly wings to for the colors to switch up and disperse in the circle, but this pattern doesn't go in a circle. This pattern goes from one side to the other. So that's gonna be interessante to see how these wings pan out with this coloring. So that's gonna be a surprise, actually. Like, it's gonna be very surprising to see where these colors are gonna come out at and how it's gonna create the coloring of the butterfly top. Uh, so yeah, that's all I have. I was looking at it as I was talking. Um, yeah, exciting. I am reading, and then okay, so how I started reading, I I was outside in the sun and enjoying the morning dew. And while doing so, enjoying my playlist that I've created with songs that I've dedicated to my TBR. And I was enjoying what I've created and just, yes, in the vibe of the music and just like living on my TBR. And yeah, I was like, I like to listen to my playlist of dedicated songs to my TBR when during the spaces where I'm not reading. I like listening to that playlist. So yeah, that's fun. And my playlist is available if you would like to dedicate a song to your TBR. It can be added to the playlist. Um, um, yeah, and I went and checked my book requests, and I had my book available. I also went to go see what books my book club was reading this month, and went to see if that book was available. And all these books that I mentioned and any other books you're interested in are available in the bookshop. All different formats, all different kinds of formats um, are available. Ebooks are available, paperback, hardback. So enjoy your perusal courtesy of the screen shown. The book I started reading today is called I probably can't even say the name on here. Um and I haven't posted it, but I have logged it so you can see it on my logs. And yeah, reading that. Why am I reading it? Because it's kind of not really a recommendation per se. Like somebody was like, they didn't come out their mouth and be like, I recommend you read this book. They was like, I don't like the characters of this book. And I was like, oh, well, let me see what you don't like. Like, I don't know, not like that, but like, let me see what you're talking about. So it was an indirect recommendation. Like, I read this book and I don't like the characters in this book. And I was like, let me read that book too. And see what's going on. Because I didn't mind the title of the book. I was like, I don't mind the title. Let's see what that book got to say. That title is intriguing at the moment. Do tell. Let's see, shall we? So yeah, I'm reading that. I'm working on my crochet. Um, I don't know why, but this kind of feel like the longest tutorial I've ever watched. I don't know. I love that it's talking in it. I love talking tutorials. Um, that's helped me to find my place in the tutorial when I um leave the video and return to the video. And sometimes, well, it's been a few times I get back to the video and like my place isn't kept. My in the video, so I'll have to, like, the video or restart the so I'd have to find my place, find my where I was in the video, and go from there. So I've had to do that several times. Um, so yeah, that's why I was like, okay, where am I? Where, what row am I on? And things like that. Since my since the since I had to find where I was in the video several times um, before picking back up and continuing. I had to count, make sure I was on the correct row. And I did that several times. Because yeah, so figured that out. I've all but had to figure that out like every time I go back to the video. I guess that's just my video settings or whatever. Oh, that's fine. The video is it's a great tutorial to navigate through. Um, like I said, I mentioned there was talking in it. So the talking, the instructions um, help me to figure out where I am easily. Uh, what in the hula hey? Okay, I'm just making sure I'm not adding extras. Making sure I only add the stitches necessary for the pattern. Okay, I'm coming up on one of the second to the last stitch, so I'm not exactly sure what to do there, if it's the same or not. So I'm gonna hold off on that because there is a change coming up. I don't know if that's where the change is gonna be or if it's gonna be somewhere else. So hold off on that and get back to that later. I'm about halfway finished with the tutorial. About yeah, I'm halfway into it. It looks like, and it's a great uh crochet along. I don't know what the difference in a crochet along would be other than the wording from tutorial to crochet along. Um, it's kind of feeling like it could be a um crochet along though because um the person that's giving the tutorial is going step by step by step by step so far at the moment. So that's cool. Whew. TTFN.